Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. We're going to get started here just in a minute or so. We're going to talk about the RunDNA app tonight. And this is going to be a good opportunity for everyone to get a chance to see it. I'm not going to do a super long presentation, but then ask some questions about how to utilize it. We can give lots of use cases, how we're using it, how people across the country are using it. So pretty excited for that, and it's going to be fun just to have some opportunity for some Q&A. So as always, you can put some comments in there and we'll answer those as they come up. You can put comments at any time, but we'll probably answer those towards the end here. So hope everyone's doing well tonight. Thanks for coming out. Seeing people hop on now. We'll just give people another couple seconds and then we'll get started. The recording of this will be available, so we'll make sure everyone gets that after it. And we're going to probably jump in now. So thanks everybody for coming and checking out the webinar tonight about save time and provide proven plans here. How you can really maximize your potential as a clinician, coach, or runner with the RunDNA app. And I think this is something that is a really important part of when we talk about the RunDNA. We're really talking about the whole ecosystem here. And we offer, a lot of people know about our education. They know about the technology that we offer. We're really emphasizing a lot of the community. RunDNA podcast is just a little plug-in for that. Check that out on most podcasting ones. But kind of at the center of everything is the app. So we started as an education company, a lot of you know, and we really had a systematic approach of how we work with athletes that run and runners, and really how to look at and identify mobility and motor control and strength and form and technique. And then later we added technologies that really helped people to incorporate that into a business model of how they could get data. And now really the app is the connector between that, where we hope that people are able to use the app to take what they've learned in the education and make it more easy to apply. You can apply all of this without the app, but I think having the tools and resources at your disposal with the app really does make a big difference. So we really want to talk today just simply about three main benefits of the app: how to save time, deliver value, and make money with the app as well. And that's what we're really going to cover, is how we can do those three elements. And we're going to jump right into that. So if we look at this now here, we're going into the app. And when we talk about saving time, I think one of the biggest things, I don't know about you, but I get a little bit of password fatigue of constantly going from one app to the next and try to remember everything that I need to do. And our goal was to really make it a one-stop shop for both the coach and the client, but also for the runner as well, where they can access everything that they need in one place. So some of the biggest differentiators, and I think probably the biggest thing that we see, are the assessments. This is really a big one. If you've taken our RunDNA education, in here we have the ability to add a number of different assessments, from the runner readiness, the loading levels, 2D assessment. You can also do, for our military work, we've got the Air Force fitness assessment in here. Not every organization will have that, as well as the plan builder. So how to kind of create an annual training plan. And these assessments are designed to be a great area to just quickly, if you're familiar with the runner readiness assessment, you can quickly assess some of the videos, the tutorials about how to score it, how to use it. And then you can go through, and all of these have just a simple way to guide you through some of these programs. And then when you're done at the end, when you hit finish, it really tells you and gives you some instructions of what we suggest for a program for it, and when you would want to start that, and how to really get that on your calendar. So that, when we save it, makes it really easy, so that we have all these assessments in one place, even gives a little score for it. We can add our 2D, we can do things like that. But then we also put the calendar feature in there to really make it very easy as well. That program that we just added, that's going to be on there, and that's going to show you exactly what we're doing from a program. And we'll cover some of these progressions here in a little bit and how to do that. But it's really a quick way to really see everything in one place. So we've got your assessments, we've got your calendaring, it's very easy from here. You can drag and drop and move things around. You're also able to create exercises or do quick workouts if you just want to do a very quick, easy 30-minute workout. And that's really all you want to do. You can select basically what type it is and a duration. And it really is able to give you an idea of what that looks like. Very easy. There's all the essential functions of copy and paste, where you can copy something and add it to a different day, even modify the exercise if you want to. But you can even do simple shift drags and move things around so that it really is very convenient and very quick and easy to make up a program and move that on as you continue to go from one week to the next as you're designing that. But we also really want to make sure that you're able to not just provide individuals, but you're also able to provide programs. And I think I want to start off really talking about the value of these programs to start, because I think this is something we really highly encourage people to use, that these programs are just a great way to get started. And we have a ton of programs available that we've made. So let's say, for example, here, you want to do a sub 18-minute 5K and you're a beginner and you want to run 5 to 6 times a week. Those programs are already created for you with lots of details and descriptions. And with a simple touch of a button, you can take these programs that have lots of value in them as well, including things like training load, breaking it up. If you're familiar with some of the 80-20 principles, looking at where that falls across different scales based off of what you're programming. And it provides a lot of different insight into different workouts. And there's a lot of detail in these that really make it easy, that if you're looking to provide value with programs, you can get started here. And if you want to make your own program as well, you can either copy one of ours or you can create your own from scratch and add different workouts on there and really put what you're wanting to do from a program and make it very easy to add these programs on as you go. If you want just to put a few things on there, and then you can even clone weeks, copy them, move them around. So very easy to make these programs. And we'll show you how later you can make these paid programs with, if you're looking to make a little money with these as well. But the programs are really valuable. And we have hundreds of programs that are available for you if you start to look that RunDNA is created. But you're also able to make your own, which I think makes a huge difference there. Because when we talk about saving time, I remember when I first started my clinic, one of the most important things was to realize that you never want to do the same work twice. And you really want to make sure that you are maximizing your time with what you do. So that's also another feature here that you can save time, is by working with teams. If you have a group that you're working with, it's all training for the same event, around the same skill level, you can add teams. And once you're in teams, each team has a calendar that when you put workouts on their calendar, it'll go on each individual calendar so that you don't have to do the same work over and over again with the team. And you can easily add athletes, coaches. You can add or remove coaches, see if anybody's having pain, really get an idea of what's going on. So the teams are really helpful. I think we're really seeing, and the biggest time saver is that you don't have to repeat your work. But if you want to just do something quick, you can easily put a workout on like we did with a 30-minute workout there, or you can build from a program or go to the library. And it's all seamlessly built in just to really save you a lot of time so that you can focus on teaching them how to do an exercise as opposed to having to create it and do that as well. And that's another, as we talk about all-in-one type programs, that's another thing that is very different from some of the other apps that might be similar to this, is that there's a whole exercise library as well. So if you pick that, you can create your own or take the exercises that we have with videos and instructions. It's very easy to add exercises and put those quickly in to make sure that you know exactly what we're doing. So you can use a YouTube link, some instructions, some pictures, whatever you need to really get that going. And you can create your own custom workouts as well in the same way. So if we want to do a strength program, we're really able to say, what does this look like? Give a description, provide warm-ups, you can do circuits, you can do additional circuits, all with videos and instructions. And it really is a quick, easy way for you to put everything in one place. So I think I get very fatigued by having to go to 3 different apps. And we have a lot of people that switch and say that maybe they were going to an app for exercises and an app for doing more of the cardiovascular endurance. And then they would do a different way to provide exercises or provide gait analysis reports. And that's all in one place so that you can utilize everything we talked about. You never have to do the same work twice. And then you're able to provide a lot of value, which is our second point, delivering value. When you're working with athletes, I think having these programs is really great to have, but they want an element of personalization. And it's very easy to do that. And it starts with giving them individualized assessments like the runner readiness assessment that we already showed you, as well as the gait categories here. You're easy. We showed you the runner readiness assessment, but it's also very easy to add. If you're doing 2D, you can use that here and you can add videos and images, and then you can check boxes and add your own specifications about things that you're looking at. It gives you an idea of what you're looking at, and even you can select some of the gait categories from our certified running gait analyst courses. So that makes it very quick and easy and convenient to do as we're adding these here. But a nice feature as you're looking to personalize is you can even add things to library. So if you want to give somebody a workout that they really like doing, or you want them to focus on a mobility workout or a core exercise or some strength exercises, you can add any of these from the library. You can even go in and assign an exercise and say there's a exercise that you really want somebody to do. You can assign that to the athlete as well, which is very quick and easy. So they get everything in their library, which makes it convenient for them so that they feel personalized, that they know exactly what's going on. This is also from the personalization standpoint. They can check out their own dashboard to see if they have a race coming up, how many days they are, how many days they've run in the past week, the time that they've run, are they doing their exercises? We use acute to chronic workload ratios, and we've got some great blogs on our website about that. Any programs they have, I think that that's very helpful for somebody to see where those programs are and where they are in that. And a really nice feature is that we know life happens. And sometimes you get started on a program, but maybe you're not able to complete it. So you can say that you want to start the program over or at a specific week. And when you reschedule it, then that will go on to your calendar and will really make sure that you are getting those workouts in the position that you need them, and making sure that if you missed it, that doesn't mean that you have to abandon it. You can continue to go on with it. So that's a big part of it as well. Some of the personalization, I think, is really easy to do, but there's also accountability. So you see there's messages that we're able to message the coach, but the athlete gets, each time there's a workout on their calendar, the athlete is going to be able to get those exercises in email format delivered to them each morning, showing them what they need to do. And then they can easily click on the link and view more details as they go into some of these exercises and see. And I think along with that personalization and accountability, one of the big things is progression. You'll see that there's certain exercises within a workouts, and then there's certain workouts as well that also have arrows around them. So if you're doing an exercise and an athlete feels that maybe they like the overall program, but one particular exercise is too challenging or too easy, they can level that workout up. And when they hit level up, it's going to replace that workout and give them an exercise that is designed to accomplish the same task, but is maybe a little harder or a little easier based on the progression. And you're able to create your own exercise progressions as well as utilize ours in the exercise progression here. So with this, you can do an example where you have calf raises, and maybe you start somebody with bilateral calf raises, and then you want them to do those off a step with weights, single leg, eccentric, single leg, regular. You're able to do this and really provide a way to keep the athlete engaged in what they're doing. And the same with workouts, where you can take and say, A lot of these are based off the runner readiness assessment, where somebody's working on their squat and their hip mobility. You can put workout progressions together where they can change all of the exercises to progress it the way that they want to gradually get harder, to make sure that they are meeting an appropriate level. I found that's a huge aspect for athletes really utilizing these programs and making sure that it's not falling off because they just forgot to do it because it's getting too easy or it's not an appropriate level. So between the rescheduling and the progressions of the workouts and the exercises, that makes a big difference as well with it. We've shown you a little bit of the ability to track, and the way that that works is this is able to synchronize, and you can integrate in a wearable device where you're able to say through Garmin or through Strava, you're able to put that on, and so that your workouts show up. But that is the part of the way that you track, and then you're also able to answer some questions about it and see those acute to chronic workload ratios, where you answer how hard something is and how challenging that might be, so that we can track and give you some input to say, hey, you're under training. I was just traveling last week and missed a lot of workouts last week, so my acute to chronic workload ratio is pretty low. But we can start to see that some are higher or lower than others. Didn't get a lot of strength training in, got a little bit of running in. It gives me an idea of where I'm at and helps me to understand, and my coach to understand, if we're on the right track for what we're doing with that. So I think that that's really valuable. And this is, the save time and deliver value aspects of the app are really important. And I think it can make your life easier. But at the same point, we also have to think about how we can also make a little money with the app as well. That's also important aspects of it too. So most people utilize the app for coaching services, where they're able to do one-on-one coaching. And I think that's pretty explanatory from what we've already shown you, how it would be easy to create programs or just create individual plans week by week, month by month, how you can put those plans on and give somebody access to that and make sure that you're tracking it and seeing how they're doing. You see week to week how they're doing for suggested versus actual plan, what they're doing by individual sport. You're able to track all those totals and get an idea of how the program is going and how far they have left to go until they're complete. So I think that that's a one that is a great way that you can utilize your skills and do the coaching. But there's also a way to do passive plans, where when you go into the admin, we showed you the plans where you can mark a plan for sale. And when you go in and set up a shop, what you're able to do is create your own branded website that you're able to sell programs for passive income, where you're able to take a program and you get a specific URL for this, so you can put it in social media or on a website, and you're able to have a program here, and then the athlete on their own can just continue to check out, log in, and provide a great avenue for athletes to be able to see how they can go in and purchase your programs at this. So it's a great way to sell passive programs. I think that's a big help as well, looking at other revenue streams and how to incorporate some of that. So each site gets their own branded website, which is a great way to earn a little extra income and utilize your own branding. And last but certainly not least, for our Helix 3D users as well, there's also the ability to provide reports there, which makes it very quick and easy and saves you time and helps you make money and deliver value all at once. For the 3D users, a 3D report is generated here. They get to see all the numbers, and they can click or scroll down and see an idea of where they fall and what those metrics mean, so that they're able to utilize the information without needing a ton of your time and attention, and you can deliver a really valuable report. So what I'd like to, I see a couple questions already in there here. So if you have additional questions, it's a good time to start putting those in there. And we'll answer some questions. Dana has a great question that we'll start off with first here. Do the workouts show up on their Garmin? Yes. What I can show you here is quickly, when you are creating a workout. So we'll just go through here and we're going to create a workout. And as we go through here, when you select it, you can create a Garmin running, Garmin cycling, or Garmin swimming workout. when you select it as a Garmin running workout, you put the workout name in, and then you're able to create a workout just like you would almost in Garmin Connect, where you select the type, the distance, and you put any intensity target. And these are based off of there. So that could be pace, heart rate, custom heart rate zone. And then when you save this workout, it will sync. And the next time on that day, it will be able to give them the workout on their watch. So I check my watch every morning when I run or when I wake up, and it tells me if I have a workout on there, and it'll go directly to their watch so that they get that information delivered to them directly. Now you can still create, if you don't want to do it that way, just to give you an idea of what some of these cardio workouts look like. You can create these, and we have some different intensity types. So we also have like rate of perceived effort, some different ways to calculate what your intensity type is. And you can do the same types of things. You can add different exercises. You can add here, if you want to select an exercise, you can do that. You can put exercises and cardio workouts all in one workout to make it very comprehensive with that. So that is a good question, and hope we answered that. All right, Loretta has our next question here. And Loretta says, as an administrator and a coach, is there a way for me to see only my list of athletes when I go into the app? Yes. So there are a couple different options for that. So when you go to your athlete list, you can go here and you can search by coach type. So you can integrate it and sort them by who the coach is, so that you can see it that way. The other way is you can also, there's different types of coaches, and certain coaches can only see their athletes. If you're an administrator, you can see everyone. But if you are a assistant coach, you can only see the athletes assigned to you, I believe, as well. So you can also organize them in that way. Good. All right. So that's a good overview of it here. I'll wait just to see if there's any other questions kind of coming in as we continue to talk about it. But the app has been a real game changer for me and my enjoyment in working with athletes. I think it's a great way that we're able to see and make sure that our athletes can see exactly what we're doing. Admittedly, sometimes I might not see an athlete for a couple weeks or even months at a time. And for me, when I know that athlete's coming in, it's very easy to go in and just quickly look at that athlete's profile. I can see what programs they have, how they've been doing quickly on the dashboard. I can see in their assessments what their runner readiness assessment was like. I can see what their gait report was. All of that stuff is very quick and easy for me, so that when I'm managing these athletes, I really know exactly what needs to be done and where I want to progress and what I want to do. And that personalization really does make a big difference with that. So for me, I like having everyone in one place. It makes it very easy to manage. And I think that makes a big difference for a lot of people. So if you like the app and you're looking for a little bit more about some of the theory behind what we do have a code for people that join the webinar tonight. That's good through, I think, the March 1st. So you can scan this QR code if you are looking to understand a little bit more of the coaching science. We didn't necessarily want to talk too much about how we coach on here, just the tools that we use. And that is a great way to get more information about that. So while that's up, I'm just going to put another question from Lisa up here. We'll be adding a mobility section soon. For example, you have strength and cardio. Will mobility be an option to select in the future there? So what we tend to do is we just have mobility, like when we're adding a calendar here or a workout on the calendar. I tend to just go here, and when you create the workout, we'll just create a strength workout, but you can call it's a type of workout, but it could be strength, it could be mobility. And actually, if you look here, there is a selection that says it's mobility. So when you go to add the strength workout, you select that it's mobility, and you can name the workout whatever you want. You could say 20 minutes mobility. And then you're able to select specific exercises as well in there. So the designation as a cardio or strength is really for us as the coach to see, but you can make it any type of category that you want. It could be a warm-up, a cardio, mobility, core, strength, rehab. All of those different categories are there and available. Oops, I just realized I'm not showing my screen here. Let me see. Sorry about that. So now let me show my screen. Thank you, Loretta. Yep. I had the wrong one up here. So here it is. I went and I'll go through the process again here. When you create a workout, you're going to go here, you get strength workout, and then you'll select a workout category, name it mobility, and then you can name it whatever you want. You can put exercises in. You're able to put, if you want to put, anterior hip mobilization, all those. So when we think about it, cardio and strength is really just the types of activities that you can put on it. Can you put exercises, or you can put more strength activities? So hopefully that gets it. So good. That looks like that answered that question for Lisa there. So great. I'll stick around. I think we had another 2 or 3 minutes scheduled for this. If there's any other questions, feel free to put them in there now. Check out the course. But hopefully this gives a good overview of how we utilize the app and what that looks like, and really open to any questions, thoughts, feedback, features that you're really looking to see from it. We're really open to that. We want this to be comprehensive, but we understand people do things in different ways. So feel free to shoot us even an email, support@rundna.com. You can send suggestions and look at that. We got another question here. Is there a way to delete inactive athletes / coaches? So make sure I share my screen the right way this time. So you can't delete them. And the reason that is because, excuse me, with athletes, when we do a 3D assessment on them, that has to live on forever a lot of times. And when you make an athlete inactive, what you're really doing is just making sure that they're not able to access the account anymore. So when you go in and deactivate them, what you'll be able to see is that clears all future activity. But if you want to go back and reactivate that athlete later, then you're going to be able to see what their reports are. You're going to be able to see some of the things you did in the past. But as you go in, and we'll go now into the active ones, you can see here, it saves you from having to go back and do that. But a deactivated athlete does not go against your count. So that's not somebody that is going to limit your access to that there. So hopefully that answers that you're not really, you have some that were never used. Yeah. So you can just leave those inactive, and they'll just live there. And that doesn't go against you. And then you're able to sort those. So it doesn't go against you. They'll just live in the inactive way that way. Yep. Good. So we'll stick around just for another couple questions. Let's see if anybody has anything else to add with that. Like I said, email us at support@rundna.com, and happy to see what features you're looking for, or what you're looking. But hopefully this is a good introduction to some of the features. We have a lot of features. I think we're a little guilty of developing features and not really letting people know about them. So maybe you learned about some different ones tonight that are really useful and can help you out there. So looks like we'll end right on time at about a half an hour here. Thank you all for getting on. Really appreciate it. We've got some exciting webinars coming up, and we got some exciting announcements that involve the app, which is kind of why we wanted to talk about it. So there should be some announcements within the next week about how we're using the app and what we're doing with it. So thanks all for joining, and have a great rest of the night, and we'll chat with you soon. Thanks, everybody.